physics, the one subject that can make even the smartest person in a room look like a confused goat in traffic. And no, I'm not talking of a literal goat in traffic. Now, I understand that physics can be so overwhelming and very, very difficult to understand at times. I mean, especially considering all those algorithms, all those diagrams, like the sketches and all the formulas you have to learn in physics. They can be very, very overwhelming, and that is completely fine. But guess what? I cracked the code, and in this video I'm going to share with you all the tricks I used, all the strategies I used to be able to help me go from being a confused zero to a complete hero. Now, stay with me in this video because I'm going to be giving you all the strategies I used and the ones you can be able to also follow exactly to be able to meet up and get that A that you've always wanted in your physics. Hi, my name is Mimi, and this YouTube channel is basically all about sharing strategies, hacks, tips and tricks to all the students out there who want to get very, very good grades in their results. Now, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and drop down a comment down below for me, and I'm going to do my possible best to share with you and reply as soon as possible basically. So feel free to drop your questions, feel free to drop anything you want to drop in the comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Let's get right into it. The first thing you have to understand before actually picking up that physics textbook is that physics isn't actually as scary as most people think. Physics is actually a very, very easy course, and it's even my best course up to today because it's just very, very exciting to study. I mean, don't you think so too? But physics isn't actually hard. You just have to be able to understand it in its basic level. You have to be able to understand why they even ask the questions. And if you think about it, even in the earth that we live in, almost 99% of every single thing we do around and within this earth is basically, well, derived from physics if you think about it. But I'm going to give you the exact steps I use, so let's not waste time in this video. I want to go straight to it, and get your pen, get your jotter, whatever you need, and stay with me in this video. Break it down like Lego. You know how all those building tracks are, those building blocks are for like your 3-year-old cousin, where they'll build it a very, very high top. Trust me, before it got to that high length or that high, top and all, they were able to start from scratch. So pick up that physics textbook and flip through it, go through it first of all, and learn the basic formulas. Learn things like your meter, density, pressure, force. Make sure that you are able to grasp the few simple basic formulas first of all, from fundamental quantities to derived quantities, etc., etc. If you're able to actually get it from scratch, then building it up would be as easy as learning ABC in your nursery school. Tip 2. Teach it to someone. Now, have you ever heard of this particular technique where you can be able to get your 5-year-old cousin or even your 7-year-old baby sister or brother and sit them down and teach them a particular topic that's been giving you problem in physics? Teach them every single thing they need to know, and if your little cousin does not understand whatever you just said, then trust me, no matter what you think you have done, you haven't even started the understanding process. So you have to make sure that you get your cousin, you teach your cousin that particular topic, and make sure they understand. Make sure that they even ask questions even after you've explained those topics to them or that particular topic to them. That's the first thing you should actually do in this understanding process. Number 3 is past questions are like gold. And trust me, everybody loves gold. Like, well, apart from my great grandma, I doubt she even knew what gold was. But everybody loves gold, and I'm very, very sure, and I'm also 100% sure that past questions work like fire. So get your hands on past questions. Get it from your lecturers, your library, your classmates, your friends. Even the internet has questions everywhere. There is no new question under the sun. Trust me on this. So get your hands on past questions, use past questions, understand the questions you're solving. Don't just use them because okay you want to cram it and use it in the exam hall. Make sure that you understand the questions, learn the pattern of those questions. Use the past questions like, okay, if there is no past question, what else would you do? Use the past questions to be able to help you strengthen your mind and strengthen your brain capacity in that particular topic. Now, another thing about using past questions is that don't just get a past question for a particular topic. Get past questions that also have different topics in one paper or in one soft copy. Because if you're able to just get only one topic per page, then you would feel like, okay, you know the questions. But once your past questions are actually filled with different topics in them, different questions from different places, they can be able to stretch your mind and answer them. And if you can be able to answer 80% of them effectively, then I don't think you have problem again. Tip 4, use visual memory hooks. Our brain is in love with visuals. Our brain remembers more with visuals. In any way you can, just think of any way you can be able to use visuals. Me personally, I actually enjoyed drawing and making up scenes in my mind. So even if I even see a question, I'll be able to think first of all and sketch out something in that particular question. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Use silly notes, use mnemonics, use sticky papers, draw something, make your hands creative as much as your mind is also creative too. When I had to remember Ohm's law, I had to picture a man named O riding a horse named I over a V. Weird, right? Yes. Did it work? Absolutely. And my brain up to today has never seen better. So get a very, very good sticky note, a pencil or pen whatsoever, and make sure that your drawing creates visuals. Watch cartoons based on that topic, watch YouTube videos, just do anything you can to rack up that visual memory hook, and tell me what you observed after you did this particular trick in the comment section. Tell me what you observed. Tip 6, rest like it was part of the plan. Me personally, I love sleeping because I really don't believe in reading 18 hours a day and sleeping for 2 hours a day. I actually believe in rest, and our brain works like a computer basically. If you keep on using your computer every single day, every single minute, and your computer stops working at some point, then you'll not be wondering what killed it. You killed it, you monster. So take a rest, take a break, sleep, lie down, relax, drink water. Put this as part of your plan, and when you're all good to go, when you're all set up, then you can start reading or studying that physics again. Because basically our brain, like I said earlier, works like a computer, and if you don't rest, it's just like, well, clicking on a file and working on it, editing everything without clicking save. And our brain actually needs rest. It needs all the rest it can get, because a tired brain is a lazy, low functioning brain. Tip 5, stimulate exam conditions. Basically the same way in an exam hall you won't have all the time to solve one question. Sometimes you'd have less than a minute to solve a question. That's the same way you should also work before that exam period. Now, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say use timers whenever you're practicing past questions. Don't just sit there like a relaxed goat and solve one question under 30 minutes. Go and get cheese balls and drink, come back to your bed, binge on Netflix, then come and solve another question. No, you're going to set timer and make sure that even if it's 30 minutes to 40 questions, 20 minutes to 30 questions, you're at it. Simulate the habit of using exam conditions whenever you're trying to study for physics. What do you think in the exam hall they would use it during your study sections? What do you think that, okay, during my exam papers, be it in the classroom, be it in the computer lab, be it in an exam center, what do you think they are going to actually do during that period? Do it during your preparations for exam. If there is no noise in an exam hall, then make sure that like your room or your study session or your study space is also quiet. If they don't use phones or social media in an exam hall, make sure that where you're reading is completely free of distractions, because once you're able to actually condition your mind to reading like okay and studying like you are in an exam hall, trust me, when you get to the exam hall, you would not be surprised by any external conditions all around you. So here's my challenge for you. I've given you almost all the tips and tricks I used to get a very, very wonderful grade A in my physics, all true. And I believe that if they actually worked for me, then they can actually also work for you. So do well to pick just 2 of the strategies I used and focus on them effectively. And if they worked for you, then come back to this comment section below and drop a comment and tell me what you think. And if they didn't work for you, then maybe it's time to actually use a new strategy. What do you think? I'm going to be dropping my next video by next week, and I want each and every one of you to also click on that video and watch how I was able to advance using higher and better and more effective strategies to be able to get a grade A in physics. And if you've been saying physics isn't just my thing, maybe it's time to make physics your thing. Don't you think so? If you found this video very, very helpful, make sure you smash that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning of getting those straight A's in physics that you've always craved for. Don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to also comment down below. I love when my subscribers and my viewers equally send and write down their hearts and write down whatever they think is wrong. Now, if you also want a specific video or you want me to teach you something specifically, then also drop that down in the comment section and I'll do well to get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys in my next video next week. Bye.